So tonight for Noirvember, I watched one from 1946 called Undercurrent. Was directed by Vincente Minnelli, or Vincente. I like to say Vincente. I don't care how it's pronounced. Vincente sounds better. Minnelli. The screenplay was written by Edward Churov and George Oppenheimer and Marguerite Roberts, and it was based on a story that showed up in Woman's Home Companion by Thelma Strabe. So there were multiple women involved in the story of this film. It starred Katharine Hepburn, Robert Taylor, and Robert Mitchum. I love Mitchum. This was maybe the softest I've ever seen him photographed in a film other than maybe Christmas Holiday. Oh, I love Christmas Holiday. Okay, so it's about a woman who is a old maid and lives with her scientist father, and then this very famous scientist whose inventions won the war comes to buy some chemical that her father's invented, and she's in slacks, and he's wowed by her, and so they get married right away. After 20 minutes of various scenes that were really unnecessary for the plot. This movie was too long. There are a lot of scenes I would have cut. But then, she's like a fish out of water with all the rich ladies, and then he buys her clothes, and then she's a rich lady, and then she finds out that he has a brother, and who mysteriously disappeared during the early parts of the war, right before the war, and no one's seen him, and maybe he's dead, and maybe her husband killed him, I don't know, and it's hinted that maybe he didn't actually invent the invention that he invented, and what's going to happen, and it shoots back and forth between Connecticut and San Francisco. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to spoil the twist, but it was really boring for a good deal of it, because there were a lot of scenes that I was like, why is this necessary? It needed to be chopped down. It was almost 2 hours long, and it could have been an hour and a half. And it would have had more tension. I'm not really sure why this was on this 250 Essential Noir thing, and I'm not really sure that it was noir, really. I mean, it kind of was, but I don't know. It had a couple of noir cinematography sort of aspects, but it was mostly just kind of boring. I don't like Katharine Hepburn. I know that makes me the worst film fan, and especially classic film fan, and my mother right now is crying about it because she loves Katharine Hepburn. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. I like Katharine Hepburn as a person. She's a great person. I just do not like her screen presence, her screen persona. I just don't like it. But I like Robert Taylor, and there wasn't really enough of him, and he got to be a little creepy in this, which I'm not sure if I've seen him be creepy in a movie before. So that was kind of a bummer. And then Mitchum got to be really soft, and that was fun, because you don't see that often. I don't know. You can rent this on Amazon. That's where I rented it. It's $2. I'm not sure that I particularly liked it, though. It did, however, have, it also had Edmund Gwynn, a.k.a. Santa Claus, and Jane Meadows, who was quite good, and Marjorie Main, who's in everything, and Lee Whipper, who was the first African-American to join the Actors Equity Association, and was in several films, including Of Mice and Men, and the Oxbow Incident, and several others. He had several, he had a legitimately, large supporting role in this film, and had several lines, and it was kind of nice to see not just white people. Unfortunately, he was a domestic help, because that's kind of the roles you're going to see in 1946, but, it's kind of better than nothing. So that was Undercurrent from 1946. It's directed by Vincente Minnelli. If you like Katharine Hepburn, I'm sure you'll probably enjoy it more than me.